It might as well be October 1st all over again for the Trump campaign. The New York Times publishing yet another story about Donald Trump's taxes, exactly 1 month after the newspaper reported that Trump reported a near $1 billion loss in 1995. The new report alleges that Mr. Trump stretched the tax code beyond all recognition so he could skate on paying income taxes. Jim Acosta is with the Trump campaign today. Jim, Trump has not yet been in front of reporters today, so he has so far avoided questions about tax avoidance. The Republican nominee left the issue unaddressed at a campaign stop in Philadelphia, instead going after Obamacare. Any expected announcement or declaration about this report?
No, Jake, we're not expecting that at this point. The Trump campaign continues to say that Donald Trump took advantage of the tax code in ways that benefited his company and that he'll release his tax returns once he's out from under that audit. But in the meantime, Jake, as Hillary Clinton is still answering questions about her emails, Donald Trump appears to be gaining momentum at just the right time. He is staying on message and reaching out to Republicans who have rejected his campaign to come home.
Pulling into a Pennsylvania gas station 1 week before Election Day, Donald Trump's campaign is hardly running on empty.
Keeps his roll with me, you know that.
With the race tightening, Trump is eager to flip this state that's become a Democratic firewall, appearing with his running mate Mike Pence for a tag team assault on an issue that rallies Republicans, Obamacare.
When we win on November 8th, and elect a Republican Congress, we will be able to immediately repeal and replace Obamacare. Have to do it.
The GOP nominee is gaining steam at a critical time, cutting Hillary Clinton's lead in CNN's poll of polls in half in just 1 week, a momentum shift that started before the former Secretary of State's new email mess. And as she is questioning the FBI's handling of the matter, Trump is so far staying on message.
But to accomplish our goals, we must cut our ties with the small, bitter, petty politics of the past.
And he's expanding his ad campaign into states like Pennsylvania that seemed safely in Clinton's column.
Donald Trump will bring the change we're waiting for. America, better, stronger, more prosperous for everyone.
But Trump is still struggling to close the deal even inside his own party. Ohio Governor John Kasich, a former Trump foe, wrote in John McCain for president, even as he voted for the other GOP candidates on the ballot. House Speaker Paul Ryan told Fox he voted for Trump while appearing to avoid uttering the GOP nominee's name.
I am supporting our entire Republican ticket. I have been all along. What my focus, which has not changed at all, my focus personally right now is saving our House majority.
Pence said it's time for Republicans who bailed on Trump to get back on board.
It's time to come home and elect Donald Trump as the next president of the United States. It's time to come home and re-elect Republican majorities in the United States House of Representatives and the Senate.
Now, the Trump campaign believes that the tightening of this race will translate into closer contests in traditionally blue states like Wisconsin. And while Trump is gaining in the polls, he is still lagging behind Clinton. Jake, when it comes to the ground game, he is still behind her when it comes to the number of staffers and campaign offices. So the hope inside the Trump campaign is that these big rallies that he's able to turn out in places like here in Wisconsin will somehow translate into big earnings at the polls. But of course, Jake, that worked during the primaries. We have not seen that work out, of course, during the general election campaign. Jake.